Santa, welcome to What the Ish. You have no idea how excited I am that you are doing my podcast.
Well, you're very welcome. You got lucky. It's a busy time of year for me. So,
I know. The angels and the elves must be looking out for me. So how are
yeah,
you?
I'm good. A little tired because, these days just get longer and longer this time of the year. Always running, checking these lists, making sure, the good kids are getting stuff and the naughty ones, we're trying to straighten them out too.
Well, that was actually one of my questions. I have a ton of questions for you because I've always wanted to speak with Santa and I could never catch you when you
No,
came.
nobody does. Well, Mrs. Claus caught me a long time ago.
Oh, I guess she did. How long have you been married?
I can't even remember how many years it's been now. It's been that long.
That's a long time. Forever, probably, right?
Yeah, forever. It's been a long time.
Where is she now? What is she doing?
She's making cookies. She's got to keep me fat and sassy, this time of the year.
Wait a minute. Don't you get enough cookies when you like go down everyone's chimney and go to their homes and eat cookies? She makes you more cookies?
She makes me eat the cookies before I go, so I get nice and fat, in case somebody has, they have these little nanny cams and security systems now. Every now and then they catch a glimpse of me.
So, okay.
So it's just like a blur.
It's just like
it's like a ghost.
Wow.
How they see those, little faint things are like, what was that? And,
that was you.
That was me.
I don't know.
Kids can see it a little bit better because they still have that magic in their hearts and they haven't, got sinister to this time of the year. So it really sticks out to kids.
Wow. I never saw you. So I guess, I don't know.
Well, you probably didn't have a camera system in your house to look for me back then.
No, I didn't, Santa. Well, I'm kind of speechless because that doesn't usually happen to me. I've never had a guest on here that just makes me speechless. So that would
I have that effect on women. I've had it my whole life. The elves,
Okay,
it's
so
good
let's
to be able to get women to be speechless once in a while.
Oh my goodness. Oh, haha, Santa.
See? Santa's got a sense of humor too.
So I have a lot of questions for you.
Okay.
So what made you, this podcast is called, What the Ish podcast, right? So did you have an ish that drew you to do this for a living, if you call it that?
I don't know if it drew me to it. It's just something that, I don't even remember really how I got started in it. It's just something that started happening and it's just gone on and it's me. It's what I do. It's who I am. I guess if it wasn't for this, I'd just be another fat man living in the North.
Well, then why do you choose to live in the North Pole? Actually, I asked a question on some of my social media outlets. I said, what would you ask Santa? And someone asked, why the heck does he live in the North Pole versus like Florida?
I live in the North Pole because it's secluded. My deer get to run around. They don't have to get worried about getting shot at like in other places. So you just have free reign.
Oh, I like that. I really want to come visit in the North Pole one day.
Well, you can go up and look around, but you won't find me.
I won't find you.
Lots of people have tried. They never have.
So then what do you do all year long? So now, as it gets closer to Christmas, you're really busy, but are you really busy all year long? Or is it your elves that make all the toys and really work hard?
Well, the elves are making the toys, but somebody's got to supervise because elves are just kids at heart. That's why they do what they do. And you got to have somebody there to kind of draw them back in and keep them on the straight and narrow. And, we all have our things that we do. I'm like a big teddy bear for them, but I'm also, you got to get them in line once in a while.
Okay, so you're revealing
take cookies away from them, then they're not as happy. Cookies and cocoa, if they're not working hard enough.
So they also like cookies.
Yeah, everybody likes cookies. It's like our main staple up here.
You never get diabetes?
You can't get diabetes if you don't check for it. But my metabolism is so fast. During the off season, I lose some weight because, Mr. Claus isn't pushing cookies on me as much. But, right before Thanksgiving, she really starts baking, and I put the pounds back on.
So then, speaking of putting those pounds back on, I hope you don't mind my being a little indiscreet here, but yeah, you're a little chunky. So, I have a chimney here. I'm not sure that you would fit.
I fit down everything. I even fit into places that don't have chimneys. I don't know how it happens. I just kind of like tug on the string to my bag that has the kids' toys and that in it, and I just arrive into a room.
So you don't even know how it happens?
I don't know how it happens. I don't worry about how it happens. I'm just glad I don't get stuck in the chimney.
Has that ever happened?
No, thank God it has not happened. And some people, they like to leave their fire pits with the fire in it in the
Ooh,
northern states, and can get a little dancy. I've
ooh,
gotten a hot foot once or twice by landing in there, but
ooh.
I
But
have
when there's no
fire
fireplace,
retardant suit.
fire retardant suit. Okay, that makes sense. But when there is no chimney, I mean, really,
I don't, it morphs into a chimney somehow. I just pull the string out of the bag, and it makes me suck down a little, like the vent out of the roof, and it'll make a chimney into the room that I'm going into.
it's just magic, right?
Yep.
I love
You got to
that.
believe.
Well, I mean, you're proof and you're living proof. So I believe. And now I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
How can I not believe? Okay, so I have another question for you. Where did ho, ho, ho come from? You haven't done that anyway, by the way, today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. I'm not sure where it happened. I might have come from something else and it got shortened down. I think Mrs. Claus may have said something, and we argued, and that came around.
Really?
She likes to take credit for a lot of the things I do, so I just let her. It's easier that way.
But she probably is responsible for a lot of the good that you do, isn't she?
She's responsible for most of the good that I do, probably.
Okay. So are
She
you
keeps
like
me on the straight and narrow.
does she really though?
Somebody's got to, happy wife, happy life.
There you go. So who do you hang out with in the North Pole? Is like just your wife and the elves? That's it?
Well, the other people I hang out, they ask me not to really say anything because they don't want people to know where we hang out at.
Okay.
There's a couple people.
God, a lot
During
of
my busy time, they're slowed down. Different holidays have different people, and we try and get little times to break away once in a while. When I lose weight, it's easier to blend in when I come down into the southern part of the country so I can go play golf. I like playing golf in my off time.
what? Wait, what?
Yes, I take a vacation a couple months a year.
You do?
Yeah, I slimmed down. Nobody recognized me. My beard is gone. Nobody would ever know.
Oh my goodness. And can you tell us where you go?
No, I can't tell you where I go because then people will start looking for me.
Oh, well, they're going to start looking for you now because, I mean,
Well, they have to watch, because if they look too hard, I notice everything.
you do?
Yeah, that's how one of the things I do to keep my list up to date is when I'm on my vacation, I walk around, I see who's doing good, who's doing bad. I make my list, add names to it, take names off from it.
Well, that's the question I have. There, I wasn't sure there really was a naughty list and a, nice and naughty list. There really is.
Yeah, there is, but when it gets this time of year, all a kid has to do is something good and he gets off the naughty list.
Really?
I don't like kids to be on the naughty list. I like to have a very small naughty list. It's an unfortunate thing that we have to have it, but it is what it is. There's always
Wow.
going to be good. There's always going to be bad. If you do something to a kid who's marginable, you give him a treat, then maybe he'll turn to good and not stay on the bad list.
Oh, I like that. I was never on the naughty list.
Maybe once or twice, but you got off.
Yeah, because I was nice afterwards.
Yeah, see, it happens.
Wow. Okay. But we don't want people to listen to this. We don't want kids to listen to this and say, I can be really naughty, and then I'm going to be really nice once before Christmas, and I'm gonna.
No, you have to be, if you're really naughty, you might not come off the list. But, I try to see the good in everybody.
Okay, I love that. That's a
You
good
gotta
thing.
have a positive attitude.
I love that, Santa. Are you tired? Are you like tired now and you're just worn out?
It's just this time of the year I get tired, because it's nonstop. I have like 4 or 5 other meetings to go to after we get done with this, getting my
Me-
list and getting my
Meetings?
route planned.
Oh, speaking of which, wait, I forgot to ask about the reindeer. I'm an animal lover, so I've always wondered how these beautiful creatures fly.
Well, that's magic.
Oh,
It only is my reindeer, and my reindeer, when they have their children, and they just take places. We've got an endless supply of them. That's why we live up north. We need a lot of space.
Oh, I see. And Rudolph's offsprings always have like the red nose?
Not always. Some of
No?
them do, some of them don't. It's You could go a couple years. That's why Rudolph he's there, but he's not always there unless I need to have him, because there's times that if it's clear out, we really don't have to use him too much, but then I could have to fly home, pick him up to do other parts of the route.
Fly all the way back. And of course, I know you're going to tell me, because everyone wants to know, how the heck do you do that? I don't know how many billion people there are and how many countries and cities and towns there are in the world. How the heck do you do that in like a 24-hour span? I mean, you're going to say it's magic.
Well, yes, it is magic, but my deer are very fast.
Your deer are but you have to be very fast too.
Yeah, it's something about that day. It just, time slows down.
Do you drink coffee?
No, I'm energetic anyway, and I don't really like the taste of coffee. I prefer milk.
Okay.
Milk is good.
Okay.
Nice and cold. It's got to be cold milk. So when you guys
Okay.
put milk out for me, I like it nice and cold.
Nice and cold with the warm cookies. I got it.
Warm cookies and cold milk is great.
Okay, and we keep Santa happy. Okay, Santa, I know you're busy. I'm going to ask you just 2 more questions to end,
Okay.
because I know you're busy, and I'm just very grateful that you took time out during this time. We're 1 week away, less than a week away from Christmas. So what advice can you give to adults to help them keep joy in their heart?
I think one of the things that helps keep the joy in their heart is the joy they see in their children this time of the year. Going out and seeing the lights, just being together as a family, spending that quality time, because as they get older, everyone spreads their different way. This is the time of the year that we come back together to celebrate.
That's wonderful. And then what message would you have for the children of the world?
Stay young at heart. Don't stop believing because other people tell you that it's not cool to believe. Believe in what you want to believe, how long you want. Don't let other people make your decisions for you. Make decisions for yourself.
Santa, you are just awesome.
Well, thank you. You're awesome too. I thank you very much for having me.
I am so happy. I did not ask for any gifts this year, Santa, so you don't have to come to my house. I asked people to make donations for all kinds of causes that are out there.
I might stop by and give your cat something. I know they like it too.
And you even know I have cats.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about the loss of your puppy.
Oh, Merlot. Thank you. Boy, you know everything, don't you?
That's what I get paid for.
Santa, thank you. I wish you a happy and healthy and Merry Christmas to you, Mrs. Claus, and all the elves and reindeers.
Well, Merry Christmas to you and to everyone out there. Stay safe and sound. And ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!